Welcome to my first episode of podcast. In this podcast, I will try to highlight some unsung heroes of India who has been working constantly since the pandemic started. Our first gentleman is Mr. Govinda Raju, who is an ambulance driver at the Fortis Hospital in Bangalore. Last year, Bangalore accounts for nearly half of the Karnataka's COVID-19 cases, a tally that stood at over 9 lakhs by end of December. Raju knew he had to be selfless and stop worrying. According to him, the threat to life was very serious because they were working so closely with patients, but at the end of the day, they know that they played a crucial role in helping people. Next on the list is Dr. Santosh Kumar, who is the Deputy Superintendent at the Government Medical College in Thiruvananthapuram. For much of his 2.5 year decade long career, Dr. Santosh Kumar had built up a reputation for working through epidemics and civilian health crises. From the Ebola outbreak in Sierra Leone to war torn Syria, the 40-year-old has traveled to and work in 40 odd countries. Perhaps that's why he was also Kerala's go-to man when COVID-19 hit. Kumar and his team reached on a Sunday evening where there were no workers available. By Monday evening, they set up a 200-bed hospital in the academic block. They set up 3 areas within the hospitals, a buffer zone, a service area, and a patient treatment area, and had 7 patients admitted on the first day. The hospital went a long way in Kasaragod's fight against COVID-19. Last on the list is an NGO named Khana Chahiye, who serve around 47 lakh meals and 20,000 ration kits to migrant workers and slum dwellers around Mumbai. In March, when migrant workers from Mumbai started working long distances to reach home, and many slum areas in the city were unable to access food due to COVID restrictions, 7 people from different career backgrounds in Mumbai decided to join hands to launch a citizen-led initiative to combat hunger. They mapped out different clusters in the city where they could distribute biscuits and food packets, identified restaurants that could turn into community kitchens, and also turned to social media to find volunteers who would help scale up their efforts. So, these are the few examples of unsung heroes. There are so many kind of people who still working silently. I salute to all of them. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Stay safe, stay healthy.